Buhari and 36 state governors advised to provide 3 square meals for Nigerians. Following the demand of an interstate 2 weeks lockdown, the Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, HURIWA, has asked the 36 state governors to give daily quality 3 square meals to residents of their state from their huge and uncounted security votes. HURIWA, in a statement sent to Daily Post by its national coordinator, Comrade Emmanuel Owambiko, described the interstate lockdown decision as inhumane, wicked, atrocious, and heartless. The rights group said that the 36 state governor reached an irrational and belated decision for a total lockdown for 2 weeks at a time that virtually all committed and civilized nations have managed to contain the spread of the coronavirus disease in their nations. It said this because politicians at the national and subnational level in those countries worked meticulously on the unified and science-based measures across the territorial geography and not in piecemeal as is the case, unfortunately, in Nigeria. The group accused the 36 state governors of working at cross-purpose due to the absence of a charismatic leadership in Abuja. HURIWA further criticized the federal government and the governors for failing to approach the fight against the coronavirus pandemic in Nigeria like other fellow African political leaders such as Paul Kagame of Rwanda, Yoweri Museveni of Uganda, or the Ghanaian president Nana Akufo-Addo. It is well known that if not for the charismatic leadership of President Nana Akufo-Addo of Ghana, Ghana's scenario would have assumed a basket case in no time. Note that the West African nation of Ghana, that is a neighbor to Nigeria but with fewer natural resources, is one of the continent's most impacted countries in terms of coronavirus infection. The country has recorded 636 confirmed cases as of April 15th. The first case was confirmed on March 12, 2020. The government has achieved a phenomenal record of distinction of being lauded for its progress in the area of testing. Although Ghana placed a distant second behind South Africa, according to a recent report by Worldmeta, a site that specializes in global statistical aggregation, it still dwarfed Nigeria, the supposed giant of Africa, and the nation that just before the arrival of the coronavirus pandemic was the largest economy in Africa. But yet, the testing capacity of Nigeria for COVID-19 is outrageously disappointing when compared to Ghana. This is because whereas the Ghanaian leader leads the national unified effort of their nation against the coronavirus pandemic, the Nigerian leader is more of a recluse who has never been seen by the citizens in public, but rather chose to speak to the citizens via recorded television broadcasts. Ghana Information Minister Kojo Nkrumah, in reacting to the increase in the case, stressed that it was largely due to proactive measures by the government. HURIWA therefore called on Nigerians to insist that the minimum benchmark for accepting the further draconian 14 days total interstate lockdown is for the government to transparently utilize their security votes through the community, religious, and respected stakeholders to feed the poor people of their state with 3 square meals per day. Urge Nigerians not to accept anything less than this irreducible minimum benchmark, adding that the governors must make adequate logistical arrangements to provide 24/7 security to all parts of the 36 states of the Federation to check the expected rise in the violent crimes and attack by hoodlums and kidnappers on vulnerable communities in the state. So, my people, this is the news reaching us at the moment. We all remember yesterday, if you've been following our news, and we read that news yesterday, where the 36 states governors in the governors forum came together and decided on a 2 weeks interstate lockdown, meaning that no movement from one state to another. And Nigerians reacted differently. However, HURIWA, the human rights group, have come out to state that for Nigerians to accept this, then the federal government has to do something. So what they are stating now is that for citizens, for Nigerians to sit at home for 2 weeks without moving from one state to another, the government has to provide 3 square meals. That is the minimum. At least that is not too much for the government. HURIWA is saying that is not too much for the government, that the government should provide 3 square meals for all the vulnerable citizens in the different communities. And they should do this right, and it should get to all the citizens of Nigeria. I wonder how this 3 square meals is going to be possible. We remember yesterday in the news in Akwa Ibom State, one of the governor's aide went online to say something really ridiculous. He went online to state that a lot of people are asking for palliatives, asking for food that they have received, that the reason they are still asking for food is because they eat like gluten. You can imagine that kind of ridiculous statement and unbelievable. What these politicians, how they behave, how they speak to people without manner, very rude way to say that people are gluttons because they want to eat. Now we are even asking them for 3 square meals. I wonder what they will call us this time. But this is really not, it's really not right, and it's not fair, because these politicians themselves calling people gluten, by the time they want to eat, by the time their kids want to eat, it's like a feast in their house. And just to give people what the meal they need to consume for that day, you're calling them gluttons. At the end of the day, they get 1 cup of rice and 1 cup of beans. They cry out that it's not enough. You call them gluttons. However, HURIWA here is calling on all Nigerians to insist. HURIWA has stated this as well, that the minimum Nigerians should get. And he is wondering why our government is not learning. Our government it's sad, because if you take a look, he listed, even not going too far, he listed other African nations, but he talked about the one very close to us, which is Ghana. The president of Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo, he talked about him, and see the way they reacted, the way they handled this coronavirus. Speaking to them, they said it was because they were proactive. The proactive measures they put in place to fight this pandemic. But what do we get from our government? They don't even they don't even have any close contact with the people, always speaking from a distance. So as a result, they don't even know the pains of the people. They don't know what the people experience, what the people are facing. So it's truly unfair. And if you look at Ghana, they don't even have enough resources that we have for government to say probably they are not able to do as much. Ghana, they don't have as much as we have. We have a lot of natural resources in our country, and it looks like all of this is just sitting in the hands of the politicians, sitting in the hands of the government. President Muhammadu Buhari, they are all comfortable where they are, not heeding to the cry of the people. And it's really unbelievable, and it's truly unfair what they are doing. So Nigerians, this is the news reaching us at the moment. I do want us to lend our voice on this. They are calling on a 2 weeks interstate lockdown. I keep saying every now and then they keep bringing lockdown, but they haven't stated anything, any measure they've put in place, to cushion this coronavirus pandemic and the sit at home, the lockdown and all of that. They have not even started looking into the healthcare sector to see how they can improve the healthcare sector. So people, let's leave our comment. Let's leave our take. Do let us know what you feel. Share your thoughts with us. Would like to hear from you. Want to take this time to say thank you to everyone that have subscribed to us. Please, if you haven't yet subscribed to us, do click on the subscribe button down below, and do give us a thumbs up just to let us know you appreciate what we're doing here. So I want to say thank you once again. Till I come your way again, it's bye for now, and God